Hello and welcome to Crimes of the Heart Tarot. I'm Miss Vicki, and I'm going to use the tarot to see if we can gain more insight into unsolved mysteries, deaths, and disappearances. Let's get started. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Today I want to do a reading on Armie Hammer. Now, Armie Hammer is the 36-year-old actor that was recently in the news for leaving some really horrifying Instagrams that he put up in public to a girlfriend, I think more than one woman, and they were really awful. They talked about, well, I can't say what they talked about on YouTube. I guess you would say BDSM and munching on human flesh, things like that. They were really dark and really strange. And apparently it's been going on for a while with more than one woman. When these Instagrams came out, he basically was blacklisted from Hollywood. He had some films lined up. He had done some films. Very handsome man, good actor, had a great future ahead of him as an actor. But when all this came out, people were horrified. I mean, it was pretty horrifying, the things that he had been saying. And it wasn't just a one or two time something or other that just popped into his mind. This has been going on for a while. And I want to do a reading about his energy. Did he really say these things? And they are pretty much on the record. And what's the energy around him? Why would someone say these things? Who is he? What is going on with him? He has recently, I read online, I don't read a lot about him, that he was selling timeshares in the Bahamas. I think I read that, which is strange. Now, he is the son of Armie Hammer, not the son, but his father, Michael, is the great-grandson of Armie Hammer. Now, Armie Hammer is the man that founded Occidental Petroleum. And Armie Hammer was a very wealthy man. He subsequently passed the money down to his son, and then his son's son, Michael, who is Armie's father. And I don't think Armie has any siblings. I'm not sure about that. I haven't read a lot about him. I've just read some things online. But I want to get some energy about Armie Hammer. Did he really say that? Why would he say that to people? What's his energy? What's beneath all this? Really shocking things to me, I think to a lot of people. I'm going to use the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot for this reading. And I may use some other cards, but I just want to get a feel for him. Is that really who he is? Is that the person that would Instagram women? And the women have also come forward and talked about him being controlling and saying weird things, doing weird things. Now, this is all alleged. This is for entertainment purposes only. Just my opinion of the reading of the cards. All right, let's see what we have here. All right, we've got the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. This card is about a person who is a master manipulator, a thief, a liar. This is someone who takes advantage of people. But he's good at this. In fact, this card shows sort of a swami with a chess game in front of him, lots of little swords. This is Armie. He is a manipulator, master manipulator, and swords are not kind. They can be cutting. They can be just ideas. but from what, allegedly from what his girlfriend said, it wasn't just talk. All right, then we have the Knight of Swords. Here's some more swords. Swords are cold people, unemotional. They're usually can be quite intelligent, thoughtful, planning, thinking. This shows a man with a knife and a shovel. That kind of follows along with some of those Instagrams that he was talking about. Why would someone say those things to his girlfriend? I mean, I know people say a lot of things to their girlfriends and boyfriends, but this is dark. Then we have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is a loving, positive person. Now, the women that he has been involved with, from what I can see about them, I don't read a lot about him, don't read the books. I did watch the, I think it was Netflix, I'm not even sure about that, something about him, about the situation. They were very kind, loving, sweet, giving women. They weren't hardcore women. They weren't women that you would expect to be into that kind of thing. Then we have the Eight of Cups. This shows someone walking away from something they've built, something they've done. Armie has basically left Hollywood. He had such great potential. I mean, he had a lot of really good movies lined up. He made some good movies. And he's basically walked away. He's walking away. This card shows him walking away down a dark path toward the moon. He claims that he's gone to rehab. This is all alleged, and I think he did go to rehab for 6 months about all this, about all the things that he's been accused of, and they are all alleged. There has been no court, nothing like that, no charges filed against him. And he said something also about having been abused by a, I'm not sure, he didn't name names, but a pastor of a church. Now, this is also interesting. We've got the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a happy family. And I have done some research on the Armie Hammer people, the father, the son, the grandsons. This card shows a happy family, the King of Cups. They're sitting around the table, but they're all very, very dark. Can you see this card? I don't know. His family has a very dark history, and this is all alleged. It's just my opinion of what I know about them. These are books that people have put out, ex-wives. His father's sister, Casey, apparently wrote a book and came out about the House of Horrors, basically, that he grew up in, she grew up in, and Armie's father. This shows a happy family, but they're all ghouls sitting around. I think this really does define, in my mind, this is the Armie Hammer family. And there's the old man with a little plume on his head. There's Armie Hammer. Just my opinion. But anybody that talks about munching on women, that's a red flag to me. So far I'm getting that there's a lot of substance here. Next card we have is the Empress. Now the Empress is a mother. It's someone who's very loving, very kind. It shows a woman with a child. The Empress is abundance. They're a very wealthy family. His brother, I'm getting confused. There's so many Armie Hammers. Armie's father has complete control. When his father, would be Armie's great-grandfather, died, he passed on, and it was a very controversial will, very strange. The will had been changed a few weeks, I think, before the before Armie's grandfather's death, giving complete control to Armie's father, Michael, and his wife. Now, the Empress, this actually just shows me that there's a long line of people, women. These are women that have been involved with the Hammonds and afraid to speak out. This is abundance, but it's abundance, I feel like it's used in the wrong way. That's what I'm getting from the cards. Then we have the Hangman. All right, the Hangman card is about someone who stepped back from society. Of course, in this card deck, they're all strange and weird, but this is a very strange, allegedly, a very strange, very weird family. Lots of pain, lots of suffering, lots of bad acts. Really, really strange situations going on with it. I'm not sure what I can say. I'm being a little bit careful because YouTube likes to censor people, so that's why I'm a little hesitant here. The Hangman is someone who steps back from his world, from society. He's going to make a sacrifice. He's looking at things a little different. He's trying to learn. Now, I'm not sure if this would be Armie now or not. He has moved to, I imagine he's in the Bahamas. I believe it was the Bahamas. I might be wrong about that. So he's moved away. Maybe he is trying to learn and change his life. There hasn't been any more negative publicity about him recently. As for making a sacrifice, that kind of worries me. I see a lot of little rats around this man. Who was he going to sacrifice? I don't know. All right. The Lovers. This is someone making a choice. It can be about making a choice about a woman. It can be making a choice about a new path. It's choosing someone over someone else. He was very good at, from what his ex-girlfriend, I call them ex-girlfriends, said about him, choosing vulnerable women, grooming them. This is all alleged, but this is what they have said. Grooming them step by step into more and more terrible things, situations that most people really would be repelled by. I mean, munching on someone is not, I don't think that's accepted in society, though a lot of other things are. All right, so he's thinking about it. I get that he's trying to change his life. Now, you have to remember that Armie's father is super wealthy. I mean, they inherited, his father inherited all of Armie Hammer's wealth, business holdings, I mean, oil companies. So, and they're very big in charitable groups. They give to mainly religious charities, things like that. And I haven't really read anything real negative about them now, though in the past there was quite a bit written. All right, the next card we have is the Six of Wands. All right, the Six of Wands is someone who has a victory. This is a happy card. It's a powerful person. I just wonder why we haven't heard more from those women. Were they paid off? This is all alleged. But we're talking about a lot of money. A lot of money. Not that Armie himself personally has a lot of wealth, but he's the heir right now. He's the only heir that I know of. His sister was totally cut out of the will, his stepsister. And the outcome card that I have here is the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is a heavy burden. This is someone going down into the water, a boatload of people watching. I think this actually represents him being, I'm going to say exposed. Armie being exposed. He actually exposed himself by sending all these crazy messages. Maybe it was a cry for help. Ten of Wands is a heavy burden. So what I'm getting is that nothing is as it sees, especially with this family. This family is something else. Lots of shady things going on. This is all alleged. And I get that, I get Armie is still a master manipulator. He's a smart man, and he has access to all that money. He doesn't, I don't know if he has a trust fund or what, but come on, you know, he's the only son right now that they have. As far as I know, if I'm wrong, let me know. I don't do a lot of research. It looks to me like he's trying to show the world that he has stepped back. He's trying to relearn. He's making new choices. I'm not so sure I believe this. I think that's what he wants people to think. Maybe that's what he really is hoping. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see that so much as I see someone that's very smart, very good at manipulating people, and it's hard to change your life when you're in that kind of situation. It's hard to be somebody new. Pull a few more cards. I want to know what his family, his father, thinks about all this. His father and mother. Just pull a few more cards. Just see what we can get about his father. He's very low profile now, as far as I know. I mean, I don't run in their circles. Maybe the super wealthy people that he has parties and events. And okay, this is a new deck. This is the pinup deck. Where is it? Pulp Tarot. Has a little pinup woman on it. It's like a book, like an old-timey book. I've just been using these. They still need to be used more. Let's pull a few more cards. Okay, what does Armie Hammer's father, let's just focus on his father, think about all this? Come on. I mean, the things in those Instagrams. And I just wonder if the women that he was involved with have been paid off. But let's just focus on Armie's father, Michael, right now. And if his mother comes up, fine. Oh. Uh-oh, they're flying everywhere. They're excited. They're glad you're watching. They want you to keep watching. All right. Michael, what does Armie's father, Michael, think about all this? Now, he puts a persona out that they're very religious people. They deal with charities, religious charities. As far as I know, there's not a lot of scandal around them. I'm just going to pull a few cards. All right, we've got the King of Wands. This is a man of fire. This is a king of passion, burning down the house. This is probably his father. He can do anything. He has the power, the connections, and can burn anybody's house down. Very full of passion. All right, and then we have Seven of Wands. This is someone who does feel under attack, fighting back. We're talking about Armie's father. How did he feel about this? How does he feel about these allegations about his beautiful son? He fought back. Feels like he was under attack. He could feel like just his son is under attack, but I think he feels the whole family. So he's been fighting back, but we don't know how. The story about him being abused, I don't know. He's very worried about holding on to his money. The Four of Pentacles is greed. This is, and from what I have read about his inheritance, to take the whole thing and not have his sister involved at all, or I believe that Armie's father had a half-sister too. But he's totally in charge. I mean, he is the man in control. He's fighting back about this, and The Nine of Cups. All right, this is a positive card. This is a wealthy woman, independent. It can be a man or a woman. This is someone who's worked very hard to achieve their image. Now, he didn't work for the money. He inherited it. But this is someone living the high life, drinks, emotions, positive things. No, he's upset about this. He was upset about it. I think he still is somewhat. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Wow, the Nine of Pentacles. These are really interesting cards. I don't know if you can see them. The Nine of Pentacles is working hard for your money, making your money work. In this spread right here, I'm getting Armie's father was very upset about this, very upset because I get because of his image of being a positive, loving family, Christian, good, no scandal. He was very mad about that, and he is worried about it affecting his income, his image. He doesn't want to lose $1 for that because of Armie. And what I get, though, on the two cards on the end and the beginning, I get Armie's father is no one to joke around with. He absolutely is the King of Wands. He can do anything to anybody. Anything to anybody. He has that much power. One person. And I believe he's bribed people. This is all alleged. This is for entertainment purposes only. But bribery has gone on. Blackmail, temptation, whatever. This man is really, truly is the King of Wands. So it's all about saving his image, the money. Very angry about Armie being accused of these things. So I'm going to close the circle. I'm really glad you came, watched my reading. I'm trying, a little hesitant today because YouTube is becoming so crazy about what you say and all that. I don't want to get taken down. That would be bad. Thank you for watching. Please watch Afterlife Adventures. And we'll see you next time. Bye.